I want to dive in and talk to you guys today, all right? And this needs to be an interactive conversation. What's up, Luis? I want this to be an interactive conversation. This is probably one of the most important conversations I can have with you, okay? And this is the difference between being poor and becoming wealthy. This is the key to success and kind of success principles that we've learned over time. I've been very fortunate to have started with nothing and be able to build a really nice life for myself. And I'm excited to talk to you guys today about the path to creating wealth, okay? What's going on, Crawford? So here's the setup, okay? So many times in life, especially since we were a little kid, we were conditioned to have a certain type of relationship with money. Now, if you've ever heard me talk about this in the past, I would always ask the question, well, what's your relationship with money? Is it a positive relationship or is it a negative relationship? When you think about money, do you think about something of abundance and excitement and joy and happiness? Or do you think of something negative? Rich people are greedy. Or do you think rich people are generous? What is your relationship with money? Now, I ask that question because so many times we find ourselves at some stage in life where we're sitting there and we're saying to ourselves, I'm not where I want to be. And I can't figure out why that is. And you look around and you sit there and you think about it and you go, holy moly, it's the government. The government is not good. That's not a good government for me. It's the wrong party. Or they go, you know what, the prices are too high right now. I don't have any resources. That's why I'm not where I want to be. I don't have the resources. I don't have the connections. You know what? Taxes are too high. It's my mom's fault. Everybody wants to blame their parents, right? It's my parents' fault. It's the neighbor's fault. It's my boss's fault. That's why I'm not where I want to be. My boss is in the way. It's my upline. It's my downline. It's my teachers, it's the church, it's everything else. And we find ourselves in this position where we're blaming everybody else and we're a victim. Well, I want to talk about your money blueprint because it is impossible, people, to be a victim and be rich. Right? The two don't go together. You don't get rich unless you inherit the money, which you're going to lose it because you don't have a good relationship with money, and be a victim at the same time. So I want to talk about your financial blueprint. How do you think about money? Now, here's the setup. Ever since we were a little kid, we were conditioned to think about money a certain way. I used to go to my parents and I would say, oh my God, Mom, Dad, I want this new bike. I have to have this bike. It's got pegs in the front. It's powder blue. It's got racing stripes. It's the greatest BMX bike on the planet. And my parents would look at me and go, what do you think? I am made of money? Or they would say, Cody, money doesn't grow on trees. And we would hear these conversations take place. I would watch my parents fight about money. Am I developing a good relationship with money when I grow up around that stuff? Or do I have a negative relationship with money? Now, I share that with you because right now you're probably spinning your wheels saying, oh my God, how did I grow up? What's the conversation that I have around money and how was that affecting me since I was a little kid to now? Because I'm here to tell you that your financial blueprint, your money map, okay, this is the whole entire path to creating a good money map. It starts with your thoughts and the words that you speak, which leads to how you feel, and how you feel leads to your activities and your actions that you take. It is that simple. It starts with your thoughts and the words that you say, which leads to the way you feel. And if you feel empowered and you feel positive and you feel energized to be able to take the action and do the activity over a long period of time, eventually you're going to change your financial destiny. Okay? I want you to think about a tree. Okay? If you plant a tree right now, and you plant it in the perfect spot. The soil is amazing. You put the tree, the seed in there. You water it every single day. You talk to it every single day. You love on it every single day. You feed it the right nutrients. eventually that tree is going to grow up and it's going to bear what? Fruit. Lots of it. It's going to be a very fruitful tree. Versus if you plant a tree in the desert, you don't water it, you don't love on it, you don't talk to it, no nutrients, bad soil. Are those roots ever going to get deep enough to provide a strong foundation for that tree to grow up and produce fruits? Of course not. So why would we expect our lives to produce financial abundance, which is the result of the inputs? You get what I'm saying right there? Well, we can't set ourselves up for success if we have a negative relationship with money, if we talk about money in a negative way, or if we hang around other people that have a negative relationship with money. This is your financial blueprint, and this is how you get wealthy. Real estate is just the activity that we're going to do. It's the gateway. But it doesn't start with saying, I want to be a real estate investor, I'm going to go learn real estate. I'm going to cut a check to Cody Sperber and Clever Investor to teach me real estate, and I'm going to become wealthy. Right? That's not the way it works. How it works is you start over here with your thoughts, and what I'm driving at is you got to start writing down some declarations of your relationship with money. If you think it takes money to make money, that's a negative thought. What if instead you said it takes creativity to make money? Whole game changes, right? Everything changes. All of a sudden, you shift your whole energy over to something positive. Gives you that the thoughts create the energy and the feelings, and your feelings allow you to go take actions. Now, if you come into a mentoring program like Clever Investor or into our pro members area, right, and you're getting weekly, coaching calls and stuff like that, all of a sudden you feel different about the inputs that you're getting. You're not a victim. Remember, we can't be a victim and be rich at the same time. Those two things are polar opposites. All right? If we're a victim, we blame others. We're sitting there going, it's the economy, it's the government, it's my parents, it's their fault, their fault, their fault. But we don't take the moment to look into the mirror and take that freaking mask off and just get really deep and real with ourselves and say, you know what? I think about money like shit. I got a horrible relationship with money, and I need to change that immediately. So I'm going to start writing out some declarations. All right? That's where it starts. And for me, there's so many misconceptions that we've learned since we were little kids, right? Imagine if you're a little girl and the ice cream man is coming down the street. You get excited. You're like, oh my God, ice cream man's coming down the street. So you run into your house and you go right to your mom, who's your biggest role model in your world, and you run to your mom and you say, Mom, I want to get some ice cream. Do you have 50 cents? And mom says, honey, I don't have any money. You got to go ask Dad. He's got all the money. So you run over to Dad. Dad hands you 50 cents. You go get your ice cream. Next week, ice cream man's coming down the street. You hear the bells. You get excited. You run back inside. Hey, Mom, I need 50 cents to go buy some ice cream. I don't have any money. Go talk to your dad. Little girl runs over to Dad, asks for some money. Right? Dad gives her the money. She go gets the ice cream. What was she just conditioned to do? She was just conditioned that women don't have any money, they're just the caretakers, and that the men have all the money. And if you want money, you got to go to a what? A man, right? So when she grows up, she goes out and looks for a dude that is a provider, it has money. And then what ends up happening? The dude, he's got his own money blueprint, his own money map. He's got a negative relationship with money. He doesn't make nearly enough of it, and when she needs things, he can't provide it. So what do they fight about? Money, right? And now they're going through divorces and having all these challenges. Women, and I'm only using this as an example because it works on the flip too. What if you're a guy and you're conditioned since a little kid that a real man is a provider for their family? If you're not a provider for your family, you're not a real man. And we grow up with this misconception that we're not real men unless we're super financially successful. And then when we aren't, we feel like crap about ourselves. Right? We have very low self-esteem, which causes our thoughts to become toxic and negative, our relationship with money to be toxic and negative, our relationship with other people to be toxic and negative, our feelings are toxic and negative. Do you think we're going to go out there and become wealthy and become rich? No. It's impossible to be a victim, a blamer, justifying all the reasons why you're a loser, and be wealthy at the same time. Now I'm going to take that a step further. Can you be comfortable and rich? Can you be comfortable and get rich? No, it's impossible. If you are comfortable, that means you're not doing enough. If you're comfortable, you're not taking the actions to be able to get the money. You haven't gamified the money yet and played the game at its fullest potential. But can you be rich and be comfortable? Yes. If you're rich, you absolutely can be comfortable because now you have the ability to cut checks, solve problems, go on vacations, have freedom, watch your kids grow up, be super active in their lives, coach Little League, coach soccer, go on amazing vacations. It's a whole different mindset. It starts with your thoughts, which you need to write out declarations. I have a good relationship with money. Rich people aren't greedy, they're generous. It doesn't take money to make money. It takes creativity to make money. I'm excited to gamify money. And listen, guys, you don't have to give up your love. And I want to talk to everybody who's like the noble people on social media, right? You know, like the little keyboard jockeys out there. I'm not saying that's you. I'm just saying there's some people out there that want to be super noble, right? Because they don't have money. They don't have a good relationship with money. They're broke, right? And they're the ones sitting there, I don't want money. I don't need money. I want happiness in my life. I want love. I want love and happiness and fulfillment and enjoyment in my life. It's not about the money. I want you people to look in the mirror and put your hand on your head and go, oh my God, I'm broke. That's why I'm saying that. I'm so broke, so I'm justifying. But that's like saying happiness and money can't go together. That's like saying spirituality and money can't go together. That's not true. That's like saying I'd rather have my arm than my leg. We're two different things. It's like I'm not giving up my arm to have my leg. I want both. They both provide a function. I'm going to figure out a way to make both work. That's how rich people think and successful people think. So I share that with you guys because it's going to start with the declarations and the conversations you're having with yourself. We need to break that cycle. You've been conditioned since you were a little kid to have a certain type of map, a financial blueprint, and you're following the wrong one if you're not where you want to be. And if you're starting to see progress, I want you to double down on what's working and eliminate all the noise that's not working. You might have to fire some friends that have a negative relationship with money. It doesn't mean you can't rehire them later. Just right now, you got to go, dude. All right? You're not in alignment with this conversation I'm starting to have. I want to feel different because I know when I do, I'm going to take different actions. I'm going to think different. I'm not going to be a victim and justify. I'm going to go over here to where it's like I got to take responsibility. I would rather be responsible for my actions in my situation than be helpless. I don't have to give up spirituality to be financially rich, right? When I read the Bible, there's a lot of passages about building wealth and giving back, right? The two go hand in hand. They're not polar opposites. So you got to break that relationship. I want to be able to cut checks and solve problems. Real estate investing is just the vehicle to get us there. It is not the inputs, right? The inputs are here. So I just want you guys to remember that. We all have a financial blueprint. We all have a relationship blueprint. We all have a spirituality blueprint. They're already inside you. You need to just take an inventory and go, hey, am I thinking of this right? Because if not, I got to just, kind of settle down and start putting some energy and effort into it and working towards the right things by thinking about the right things and taking the right daily activities, creating those really good habits. So that's the message for today. And I hope you guys got something from this. I really do, because when I first started my business, I went to my parents. What do? They try to protect you. Cody, it takes money to make money. Cody, you can't become a real estate investor. That doesn't make any sense. You don't have any money. Right? Real estate investing isn't a job. It's not a career. That's something you do on the side. Go get a normal job. Go up the corporate ladder. Do all the traditional things that you should be doing. Now, the reason your parents or your grandparents thought like that, chances are they had some experience with the Great Depression, of scarcity, of pain. They either were hoarders of money, they were savers of money, or they were like, fuck it. It's all going to go anyway. Let's just blow it. Let's have a good time and blow it. It was one of those two things. Well, in our generation, right, we don't have that same pain. So let's break that cycle and think totally different. You guys get what I'm saying? We don't have to listen to previous generations. We could do it totally different. And if you're one of those people that grew up around that, and you're looking at your retirement and you're saying, holy moly, I'm not anywhere near where I need to be. I've helped people change their processing about money, create a new money map, use real estate investing as a gateway and a portal to get us there. And I have dozens, if not hundreds, of successful seniors that have gone on to build enough wealth and cash flow, right, assets in their world where they can retire and live abundantly. They don't have to live below their means. They don't have to, live below the poor income here in America. They're not relying on the government. That old way, that old conditioning of relying on the government, relying on Social Security, that's old and outdated. That's not the way the new world works. That's the old way of doing things. How we get to this new way is we learn new skills and capabilities. We think different. We stop the BS conversation like, I don't have enough energy, I'm too old, I'm out of time. That's not the truth. I know many active seniors that have plenty of energy. They just need some direction. They just need the roadmap. And that's what I'm here to help you guys get. All right? So I'm going to end with this. You guys, I do this every single time because I want to reward you for sticking in there with me. First off, if you like this conversation, in the comment section, I want you to put your number one takeaway. What's your number one takeaway? Is it, I'm going to start setting declarations? You're right, I can't be a victim and be successful at the same time. I love these conversations, Cody. It just, energizes me. I want something positive. I want your number one takeaway in the comment section. This helps me. I go back, guys, and I read all these comments. And it helps me realize what is happening here. My whole goal is for this community to thrive. I'm already really well off. There's still a lot more ahead of me, and I have some pretty big plans, but I do this because I just want to energize this community. It's the best thing that ever happened out of my business is the Clever Investor community was born, and it's the most beautiful thing. I freaking love it. And every day it makes me want to dig deeper and have more of these conversations. So those comments really, really help. With that said, I want to give you a free gift if you go to fliphousesbook.com. Hopefully you guys download that book. It comes with a free class. You've earned an amazing free training class that goes right along with that book. Read the book. I wrote every single freaking word in that book. Nobody else wrote a single word. I wrote everything that's in there, poured my heart and soul into it. It's a great tactical book. It shows you step by step how to get into the creative real estate game with no money out of pocket. Most people start wholesaling or rehabbing, and then we move into wealth building and more ownership of real estate and long-term wealth building. So that's all I got for you guys. I got to go. Till next time, take care, comb your hair. Cody Sperber, Clever Investor, signing off.